Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm gonna break down the black RSX. I'm gonna take off the headlights and rewire or recheck all the wiring that's done on the headlights. I think there's a short somewhere because one of the headlights keeps going out and come back in. So, and probably the previous owner didn't, I know he didn't wire it up too good. So I'm gonna go ahead and rewire everything, check everything, make sure all the connectors are good, and if not, then I'll go ahead and wire it all back up and put better connectors on it. And then for the fog lights too, it was barely hanging on through the battery, so I'm going to go ahead and rewire that with the thicker gauge wire, because the ones that are on there are really thin, and connect it up all right. So I'll go ahead and flip the camera, set it all up, and guys, enjoy. Yeah, so what I can see is, the wiring's pretty good. But you got all this shit, all this stuff right here dangling down. I'm gonna tuck all this up, probably wrap these up pretty good with electrical tape, that way they don't get no water in them. But I mean, you see zip tied and shit, so gotta fix that all up. Probably get all these wrapped up so no water can get on them, mount this somewhere. But yeah, just clean it all up. I mean, all this is just dangling. But other than that, I mean, the wires look pretty clean. And then got the fog lights right here. I need to hook a connector up and hook it back up. Let's see. Yeah, kind of tapped into that one. Might change that up, I don't know. Yeah, it looks all right. And the other side, probably got to fix this garment to where no water can get in. That's probably why the light gave out and stuff like that. But I gotta wrap all these up with electrical tape, no water gets in them. Find a good place to mount everything. Not too bad for the HID boxes where they're at. I'll probably keep those there. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean all this up, tuck it up, wrap it up, that way no water gets in it, and hopefully these lights will stay from flickering. Yep, and then I'll touch this right here, get that wired up good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wire up these fog lights so they have a better connection to the battery. That way I'm not dealing with rinky-dink shit like this. Not worrying about them cutting out and everything, so. Yeah, I'm gonna put my Yeah, I was thinking about redoing the whole wires, but not going to. I'm just going to run with these ones, just put a better connector on them. Guess I should disconnect the battery real quick. We'll do that in a minute. Alright. Yeah, I got all my tools down at my buddy's house. We're working on his truck, so I got minimum tools right now. Let's see if I can find a crescent wrench. Like I said, I got minimum tools right now on me at my house because my buddy, we're putting his motor back in his Hemi. He's got a 5.7 Hemi Dodge that had to put a new rebuilt motor in it, so all my tools are down there. We're trying to get that back in and get his truck running. He misses his truck. It's been hella hot too though lately, so but we'll get it done. Fuck, man. Don't use these to take these off. Only if you have to. Fucking got my tools. Fucking bitch. Yeah, so the struggle is real. Look at this. Got all the sizes, but a 10. Got all these sizes, but a 10. Well, I do have a 10 in the Crowfoot, but anyways, I found this rinky-dink little one, 10. But all these other sizes, not a single 10. The struggle is real with the goddamn 10mm, man. I'm telling you. That's all standard. So yeah, the struggle is real. Goddamn 10mm sockets. Yeah, take that off. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim these back. I need to get my heat gun out here. I am not prepared for this video today, guys. This is going to be 14, 16, 10. Yeah, so go ahead and trim those back a little bit. Let me go grab my heat gun and shrink wrap real quick. All right, so I went, got everything together. That way you're not fumbling around with stuff. So yeah, so I basically did one, and then I'll show you the next one. But basically, gonna put the clip on it, or the thing to hook to your bolts, and then you put shrink wrap, crimp it down, and then you're gonna heat the shrink wrap up so it heats over it. There you go, all shrinked up. Take this one, slide it on the positive side. If you want to put a little bit of tape on it, you can. This gives it the more cleaner look. But yeah, so I'll go ahead and slide this on. Alright, so that one's on for now. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the negative side. So go ahead and slide your shrink wrap tubing on first. Then get your connector. Slide your wire in. crimpers, crimp it. Give it a little tug, make sure it don't come out. Slide your heat wrap on. Gear up. Now kind of turn it, get every angle of it, heat it up and tighten to it, tight to it. Careful, it will be hot. So yeah, so then that one's done. I gotta loosen up this ground one real quick. Find my tools. Yeah, as you see, the old ones did the same way. They just got old and brittle and they broke, so you know, you gotta change them out if you're doing it this way, like every, you know, certain amount of years when you start seeing them to corrode. Pretty easy. Now what I should do is hook up an actual power block and ground block in the bay for shit like this, but that can come later on down the road. Right now I'm just trying to get these hooked up better and so we can use them. Alright, so that should be good. Go ahead and slap it on. Didn't even notice that one was on, but whatever. Take the, tighten everything back up. Wrench. Anyways, take this one up. Alright, what else I need? This. Yeah, I picked up all this stuff from Harbor Freight. Pretty cheap, you know, your shrink wrap tubing you can pick up from Harbor Freight. Your connectors and all that shit you can pick up from Harbor Freight. Heat gun you can pick up from Harbor Freight. It's pretty cheap. I got their cheap one. Works good for this little stuff like this. Yeah, Harbor Freight's a good place to buy, you know, when you got on a budget or don't have money. So yeah, I went today and bought one of their Icon deep socket sets because their Pittsburgh set, it don't grab the nuts as good as I like it. You know, it has a little bit of play in it. So yeah, so those are hooked up. Eventually, once I get everything hooked up, I'll show you guys, turn it on, show you that everything's working. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue getting all this stuff cleaned up, and I'll you know, drop a little film or drop something or show you guys something when I get it all wrapped up. And there's no point in me showing you step by step because then you're gonna be watching me fumbling around looking for tools and shit, and it's not fun. So yeah, so once I get all the wrapped up, I'll come back, show you guys, and then just walk you through what I did. Alright, so this is what I got. So I took everything, I mean, hell of electrical tape, but yeah, took everything up, wrapped it all up, got it all mocked up to when I slide it in, there's nothing hanging down here. So yeah, that's what I did. I mean, it's not the best job to do with electrical tape, but I'm just trying to get a peace of mind knowing that when I wash my car, my headlights ain't gonna fucking get wet and flicker. So yeah, that's what it is. Pretty much, you know, just wrapped it all up, made sure, you know, no water can get into the holes. Yeah, I mean, the best way to do it is take the grease or the stuff that they use for electrical and slide it into the pin areas, but don't have any. And like I said, this is just a temporary fix for now. Eventually, once we get the turbo and all that, I'm going to pull the motor out. That way it's easier to hook the turbo up. And I will be reluming all this, reluming the whole wire harness. I mean, you guys check my other videos. I did mine on the red one. So yeah, so this is just a temporary fix. So go ahead and bash me if you want. It don't matter, because eventually this will be all wire loomed up. This is just a temporary fix to make sure no water gets in the connectors and it's not hanging down, bouncing around. So yeah, so there it is. Nothing fancy, just something for a peace of mind when I wash my car, that my lights don't go out. Alright, so I got everything pretty much buttoned up. I'll go ahead and show you guys kind of what I did. Yeah, basically I just wrapped it all up right there. Everything's nice and tight. It's, you know, not bouncing around, not making too much noise, or it's not making that kind of noise. But yeah, tightened everything up. Oh shit, hit my back. So on the other side, same thing. Everything's pretty wrapped up right there. Not too much noise. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and hook up the fog lights back up, hook the bumper back up, and then see if everything works. Hopefully it does, because that way I don't take nothing apart. Alright, so everything's done, everything's working. Lights on, fog lights on. The other one, fog one. So yeah, so everything's working. I said the reason I'm doing this is because yesterday I went and washed the car for the first time when we got it. This light went out. Pretty much guessing it's from the water. So that's why I went back and electrical taped everything and tucked everything up as far as I can. That way we can keep the water out of it, because I'm thinking the water's getting in and, you know, causing it to short and shit like that. But yeah, so hopefully everything works. I'll go wash the car again and check to see if what I did worked. But yeah, so there it is. Everything hooked up good. So yeah, looking at this too, and I'm gonna have to put a new power steering pump on. It's got a little leak on the bottom, but we can do that. I got an extra one. Yeah, so there it is. So everything's good with the lights. Just tucked them up like I said. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, and K all day. Till the next video.